What's up, everybody? Today, me and my daughter, we're going to give some impressions of the Nintendo Switch 2. We've had it. We've had it for a couple of days, and we thought we'd give our impressions. First, we'll just show you the size difference. I have a Switch, one of the OLEDs, and that's the size difference. It's a good bit bigger. You can kind of tell. The Joy-Cons on the Switch 2, there's a little button right here. You can see it. You push that button, and it comes off. It's all magnetic. Of course, on there, you can just kind of pull it off and it slides up, but pull one off there.
You had to click a button.
Get the other side. You can see the difference. There's a big size difference in the two. The Switch 2 is way bigger.
Sorry.
You could. And then on this, y'all seen it. It's just magnetic. You put it there, and it snaps right on. We don't need that one. But as far as the system goes, it's set up. You may have seen some other videos. It's set up a lot like that one. It's kind of got the same interface when you download your games. It's still got the squares where you just go from game to game. So far, we've tried out a couple. We've tried out Mario Kart World. That's the big one. It looks really good. It's fun to play. What do you think about it?
Same thing. It's really fun. I love the characters.
Yeah, she likes the characters. They got a new characters. Everybody's playing with that cow, and they do goofy stuff. But Mario Kart World, if you play Mario Kart, you know what you're getting. But you can tell it does. The graphics look better. You can tell it's been overhauled. The only problem I'm thinking right now, there's just not enough new games. I love Zelda and all that, but I don't want to go back with just a couple of small upgrades. I wish that I had 3 or 4 games that would take advantage of the system. I also got, I can't remember the name of it. See if I can get this thing on. So you can see the interface is kind of the same. But I got one called Fast Fusion. It wasn't but $15. It's really neat. It looks good. It's almost like a Wipeout type game. You're racing. For $15, I thought it was really good and it looked good, just to try to do something different. But right now, Mario Kart's what everybody's getting. I'm ready to try out Donkey Kong next week, not next week, next month when it comes out. I look forward to it. I've always liked Donkey Kong games. But right now, it's Mario Kart, unless you want to play some of the upgraded stuff. There are newer stuff on it, but I've already got that on my other system, so I'm not going to pay a lot of money to get repeat games. Kind of pricey though. Ended up, it was about $530 altogether when I got it. Personally, I don't know if it's worth that right now. I do think the system's worth it. Of course, with inflation, I'm sure Nintendo didn't want it to come out that high. Everything's high right now. But I think it needs some more games, some better games to showcase than just Mario Kart World, even though Mario Kart World is a really cool game. We also got some accessories with it. Here's the I can't even remember the name of this controller, but anyways, it's the special controller. I have another one that's the older one. I think this one's a little bit smaller. It does have something different. You have buttons on the back where you can use your fingers to use those. So that is a difference from the older one. This one does work though. We've been playing Mario Kart. We've been using this one. A lot of the controllers work for the original Switch with the Switch 2. Of course, if it has some functionality, these do have a mouse. We got a game that uses it, but we ain't really played it much. You can put that down and use it as a mouse. Of course, some old Joy-Cons can't talk. They won't be able to do that. My daughter, we got the charging grip that kind of came with it.
Has the buttons
put it a little bit closer.
Has the buttons on the back too.
It has those buttons that'll work with it. They did say though, both my daughters, when they used it, even on the other Switch, they're kind of your hands never really feel right with this because you're trying to reach up here. Well, you can even tell the difference from just looking. It's not curved the right way, and now it works. You can play the games, but it never really, those don't really feel as comfortable. And even the Joy-Cons, you know, if you got the Joy-Cons, they don't really feel as comfortable either. But it does get the job done. We also got we got the camera that comes with it. I didn't really know about the camera, but it's pretty neat too. You plug it up in the top of the switch in the USB port. It's right here. It's on that side. But you just plug it up. So whether you're using it on the TV screen or you're using it here, it's getting a view of the whole area. And we were all spread out. We had it in the living room, and it's not like right here what we got going on. The camera was getting the whole room, and it's neat how the game does it when you pick who's playing who. Like in Mario Kart, you got your different players, and then it pulls up. Do you want to use the camera before you get into a race? And then the camera pulls up, and then like if you're person one, it's got like a little blue circle or something, and then you can move that circle right over Ava. You can move it right over her face, and you can size it. You can make it small, you can make it big, and then as long as she don't move from wherever she's sitting as she's racing, it pops that up over her little her go-kart or whatever she's racing in. And it is kind of neat because somebody passes you and you're actually seeing
all you see is their face.
You're seeing their experience, like that, you know, she's looking and she's grinning and she kind of goes by. That it seems like a gimmick and it may get old after a while, but it gives you that, even though you're in the same room, it's just neat seeing that on the screen. I've actually seen that in some arcade games and stuff. You know, we went to Dave and Buster's that time, and you and your sister was playing that game, and and it did that. But it is neat. Now I haven't tried that online, but I think it shows that online. So the camera's neat. Now my wife don't like all these wires and cameras up. I'll end up having to bring it all up here in this little game room. But I encourage you to try out that camera. And I've seen there's a Mario Party game coming out that's going to use it too. So we're going to try that. But the problem is, if you get the Switch and then you get the Pro controller, which is what I was trying to say earlier, and then you get the camera, and then even this, you can see here, let me pull these off. That's all that is. This is called the charging controller, or the charging station. You can see it has a USB at the top. I had to buy this. This was like $40. The system comes with a handheld thing, but it is not a charging one. Of course, the Switch is going to charge it as the controller, the Joy-Cons are in the Switch. But if you've got extra ones, you want them charged too. What I used to do, you know, you just swap them out. But I saw this, and you can actually plug this in too, and the Switch 2 on the dock has 2 USB plugs on the dock where you can plug those in. But if you end up kind of, you can put them back in there, please, man. It's going to get pretty expensive. Of course, all new systems are, but everything's went up. The Joy-Cons, we got an extra set of Joy-Cons are $90-something. I think that's crazy. I see what Nintendo's doing though, because the Pro controller's not that high, but they're trying to say you're getting 2 controllers, because you know you can turn them sideways and play Mario Kart and things that way as well. It's just, I'm gonna tell you, when you're just trying to play with them though, it's kind of hard. You know, your hands are kind of small and they'll cramp up. It's just it's a high price to pay to get in all of it. But I personally think if I'm gonna give the Switch 2 on a teacher scale right now, I'm gonna give it, at the moment, I'm gonna give it a low B. I'd give it right at an 80, because I do think the Mario Kart's awesome. The camera is awesome. I do like the Pro controller, and I'm kind of putting everything together. Take the Pro controller out, even the Switch, it looks better. And I'm kind of giving it 80 because I think some good stuff's coming down the line. I think Donkey Kong's coming. The main thing hitting it right now is there's not enough new games. I'm talking about brand new games that's going to take advantage of the hardware. But now, if you don't have an Xbox yet, or you don't have a PlayStation 5, then this has a bunch of the stuff that's got. You can get the new NCAA game. You know, all the other stuff that's on them is coming on. Cyberpunk looked good on it. If you and you can take it on the go, which you can't do on them other ones. So I think it's B. I'd give it just an 80 right now, right there in the middle. I think in this time next year when some of the newer games come out, it's gonna be worth it. But right now we are having some fun with Mario Kart. Now I'm gonna let Ava talk a lot. What do you think overall, Ava? Of course, you didn't pay for it. You just get to
Yeah, I
reap the
did.
rewards of what Daddy's got.
Well,
But what do you think?
I think it's really like really fun. It's just another game you get to play and everything. If I rated it, now I don't know what I'd rate it because I didn't pay for it, but I guess an 80 because again, like you said, it's a lot of the same games that were on the other one. It's just a more better.
Yeah, better even
Yeah.
Mario Kart. If you've played Mario Kart, you know what you get. It's Mario Kart, except it's souped up. It looks better. I wish they would have called this the Super Switch because it kind of reminds me when you went from the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. Now, it ain't that big in graphics wise, but you can tell the difference. And even Mario Kart, though, there's an open world aspect to it in Mario Kart World, and everything's connected. It takes you like 15 minutes to drive through the whole thing. You can go all sorts of different ways. What do you think before we end with the Switch part, which again you ain't gonna review it, we'll leave it at an 80. But what do you think about Mario Kart?
The game in general.
Yeah, just playing the game.
I think it was a little bit different, but not much. It's like you're just driving, but like you said, the New World little area, it was pretty
Yeah, she's
fun.
talking about the open world. The racing's a lot of the same with some new power ups and stuff, but the open world's just it's different.
Yeah, you get to like just adventure on your own, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's more laid back. We did notice the music. We kind of like the music. It's got like a jazzy type music feel to it. And then you just kind of, and we ain't played it a whole lot, but you kind of just exploring, and then these random things happen. Like you can hit the little blue exclamation marks. It's like in Mario, and you hit it, and then all of a sudden you've got like a little time trial you try to do. And then there's areas where you might be picking up pizzas or some type of food, and then I've just now learned that stuff starts unlocking new outfits and stuff for your character. There was one which we failed at it, but it's like we were fighting two Hammerhead brothers were in
Yeah.
go-karts, and they come against us, and they had like a target on them, and I was trying to take them out, but I don't remember what happened. We got distracted and ran off, and we did something else. But it's more just laid back, and you're exploring and kind of doing things, and then again, the racing is still pretty intense. It's Mario Kart. It'll make you mad. It'll make you happy. It'll make you sad, especially when somebody goes by and their pictures there and they're laughing at you and sticking their tongue out as they go by after they hit you with a red shell. You know, it's a lot of fun. If you got your family together, it's a ball. Mario Kart World, I'd give it. Hey, it's a A on the teacher scale. It is no doubt an A. It's a lot of fun, and we're just now really just
Starting.
getting started on it. The Pro controller, to me, that you want one of these if you're serious about gaming. I give it an A too. It's great. It feels a little different from the one on the Switch though. I don't know. It feels a little bit smaller. I think it might be just a little bit, but it's made of a different material and it feels better in your hands. I think the camera, if a lot of games are going to utilize that camera, especially multiplayer stuff, I think the camera's worth it. I think it was $50 for the camera, and I heard you can use any webcam if you got a webcam. I don't know about the charging thing though. I kind of look back on it and kind of regret I got that because I could have just run a wire from the Switch and charged it, or you can buy little charging stands to put your Joy-Cons in. But we did need another one to kind of put it all together. But I probably should have looked. You can probably get that without the charging cord, the USB at the end of it, a little bit cheaper. That's the only thing right now I'm kind of regretting, kind of with it. But overall, I know it's kind of a long one. Overall, like I said, right now I think it's a B. I'm talking right at an 80 though. I wouldn't go much higher. It's almost a high C to a low B. But I do believe as games start coming out and start you know, they were made just for the Switch 2, I think that B is probably gonna creep up to an A. The only thing really hitting it right now is that price. And again, I bet Nintendo didn't want it to be that high. We just in a weird time right now, and I don't think there's a whole lot they could do about that as far as the price of the system. Now, the price of these games getting higher, that's a whole nother story, and we can talk about that another time. But as far as the Switch 2, we give it that B. We give it right at an 80. If y'all got one, let us know what you think about it. Hey, and let us know too in the comments if you're playing the Switch. Is there any game maybe we don't know about or we haven't tried that we should get? Don't. I don't want to do the stuff that's already on the Switch because again, if it was a good game, I've already played it. Or if it was something big on the other consoles, I've already played it too. But if there's something different on there that you might have tried, let me know. I might download it and give it a shot. We also tried real quick. I can't remember the name of it either. I know. The welcome tour. It was like $10. I really didn't want to get it. It should have been a pack in, but that's way more than I thought it was going to be too, because it just keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper, and it really shows you the mechanics of what's going on with the Switch 2, where you can try everything. So if you can try it if you want. I think it's worth $10, but I do believe it should have been packed in. I do think Nintendo got a little greedy on that one. But anyways, this is getting too long. Y'all tired of hearing us. We're going to give it an 80 and we're going to get out of here. Got anything to add before we close out?
Nope.
Nope.
Yes, peace out.
Peace out. Thanks for watching.